after the bell has gone through a few times on the mandrel, it still's not perfect. It still has a few rough edges. So these rough edges are going to be smoothed out, and what he's going to do with a steel knife is cut off those rough edges to start to get a smooth bell. Well, after the steel cutting, now we have a finished bell. So now that the bell is finished, there are parts of a tuba which are obviously not straight. And these parts have to be bent. Now, they can be bent whereby you put lead inside the tubing or you put sand inside. But here, we have forms which are used to help bend the metal. And with these forms, we do not need to put lead or sand inside. And we'll see how that's done right here. It's done just right before our eyes. So after the bows have been bent, now they're put through a machine where there's a lot of water pressure, put through the tubing. And then this will help all of the parts to kind of more or less be in a position to be bent again through a mandrel so that they're all identical. And this is helping for having good intonation. Now you saw the small parts, but the tuba parts go through the same process. Now we're going to see how the valves are made, whether they're piston or rotary. With precision machines, we're going to get good valve action.
Not the material, but then you need to exchange it every 3 weeks or something like that.
Now we can see how a tuba body is put together. Mr. Schmalvus is soldering the bow onto the bell, the lower bow. Like in the car industry, there's a place in the factory where all the parts have to be put together, and that's in the end assembly line. And that's where we are here. You can see here where the lead pipe is being soldered to the tuba. So here we have a finished tuba and all the parts put in a bag because we're getting ready for the buffing. We're now in the buffing room, and as you can see, the buffing is done by hand. Now we're in the plating room, and here are the baths for the plating. The horns are dipped in here, and they'll be silver plated thereafter. So now we have a finished silver plated tuba, which is now prepared for the final touches, just to get the horn looking just right. Now we're in the room where all the finishing touches are put on. All the valve caps, spit valves, everything is put together here in the last stages of the development of the horn. And I guess after this, we're ready to start playing. This is the area for the final inspection. And this is where they make sure that the valves are tight. They check the finish, and they really check to make sure the horn's ready to go into your hands. And the horn's also played here.